I'm Mishka, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's episode of Cinderella Phenomenon, we are going to be continuing, oh god. Well, no, because we just, okay, so no. We're going to be starting chapter 2. And hopefully today we will, okay, so we're going to be starting chapter 2 today. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy it. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe and share this video with your friends so they can find out about my amazing channel just so you can have right now. So yeah, let's get into it. I hope you enjoy. Period. Okay, I love this game. Alright, so we left off with Marie saying, I don't see why this is necessary with, spoilers, last time, like, someone needs to help break our curse, basically. So, yeah. Of course this is necessary, princess. You work to show you can be useful. Oh, wait, are we doing our chores? Oh, okay. For the last half hour, Parfait and Delora have been debating what chores they want to give me. I cannot believe they are seriously gonna make me work like a commoner. Girl, I'm a commoner, and you're gonna say that? No freelers at the Martian, remember? And you can't pull the princess card anymore now that you're a homeless peasant. Being demoted to a homeless peasant is not my fault. If you really think about it, it was kind of me to demote you. Girl. Stop teasing her, Delora. Marie has had a lot thrown at her already. I'm only speaking the truth. Besides, working to live is the commoner's way of life, but at least it's rewarding. Girl. But if you do nothing, you get nothing. No food, no clothes, no bed. You are no longer a princess, Marie. Life here at the Martian is comfortable and you need to work for comfort. Remember that. What you do is your choice, princess. Do I even have a choice? Not really, no. Let's see. How about cooking duties? No way, she'd burn a salad. Okay, thanks. She could be a receptionist? Then we lose all of our customers. That's probably true. Of course. I am right here, you know. Girl, they don't care. Sorry. Do you have any useful skills at all? As a princess, I had servants who did everything for me. They cleaned my room, helped me dress. How am I expected to possess skills for things I have never done? Aha! I found the perfect job for a Cinderella. Oh god. Ta-da! It's a broom. Marie will be in charge of sweeping the Martian floors. What? Or what? Perfect! Even she should be able to do that. Could you, princess? I refuse. But look, I even put a cute little ribbon on the broom just for you. It's your very own special broom. A princess does not clean. Hard-headed as ever. Don't worry, I have a fix for this. Oh, suddenly the broom flies into my hands and I am pulled helplessly along as the thing begins to sweep the floors. I try to pull my hands away, but they may as well be glued to the broom. They do not budge. What? What have you done? You should be thanking me. I'm helping you with your duties. Delora, isn't this a little too much? Oh, nonsense. The princess is learning useful new skills. Mr. Broom will teach her everything she needs to know. If the floor is dirty, Mr. Broom will come to life and start sweeping, and it will not stop until the floors are spotless. What? Come on, Parfait, we've got time for a cup of tea. But, Parfait, don't leave us! She'll be fine. A little sweeping never killed anyone. You are dreadful! Enjoy your time with Mr. Broom. No! Parfait. Wait. Did they really just leave? Girl. Hey, so slow down. The broom begins to sweep faster. Despite my protest, I am still forced like a puppet to sweep the floors with grudging tendency. Hey, they're spotless. I can barely catch my breath after that. The broom's so happy. Princess Parfait sent me to check. How lovely! It's so clean I can see my reflection on the floorboards. I'm impressed. Do not even think about stepping into this room with your dirty shoes. Goodness, I didn't know princesses could be such terrifying creatures. You are aware that the Martian is opening soon, yes? The floor isn't going to stay clean forever. Then do not open the Martian. I do think I do sympathize with you, Princess. It's difficult adjusting to the commoner's life. What? What would you know about that? More than you think. Are you a king or something? Because you're a man. Wait, what'd she say? What? Oh, did I let that slip? That was my mistake. Karma just smiles at me, his eyes gleaming with playful mischief. He is definitely hiding something. My hands are red and sore from all the sweeping I've done today. I remember the solve Annie offered me when I first woke up in my room. Surely that would help somewhat. I apply it to my hands and find to my surprise that it is very effective. Most of the redness quickly fades along with the pain. Is this what my life will be like if I do not break the curse? Forced to work day in and day out? I cannot let things stay as they are. I must act. I lay down and rest. Tiredness falls upon me like a heavy, suffocating blanket. I close my eyes and feel myself shift into the darkness of sleep. It's morning. Despite having slept for hours, I am still tired when I wake. I glance back at my hands and remember the salve's effectiveness. Whenever a niece gave me really works, I should ask her to make me more. I feel like this is not the last time I will need it. Probably not. I must act quickly. The sooner I break the curse, the better. The people who offer to help me are all here. Whom should I ask for help? Rod! Come here, Roddy! That was a cringy name. Rod came to the marching today to discuss something with Parfait. This is just the third time he has visited the tavern since I have been here. I wonder what he discusses with Parfait. Rod's eyebrows furrow as soon as he sees me enter the room. Oh, it seems like the princess has something she would like to speak with you about, Prince Rod. She probably already knows why I'm here. Thank you, Prince Rod, for telling me about this. I shall leave you with the princess now. Rod's expression turns grim. He clearly disapproves of me even just being in the same room as him. As soon as Parfait leaves, he shoots a glare at my direction. What do you want? All I have done is enter the room and he is already angry. I am still not used to being treated like this by him. I'm here to ask you about goodness. You are asking the wrong person, Marie. Did I make the right choice in choosing to come to him? I do not intend to help you break your curse, no matter what Lady Parfait says. Pardon? Emmeline and my mother have tried to be kind to you many times, but you only ever respond with disrespect and cruelty. Cruelty? You think I have been cruel to them? How else would you describe your behavior? Why am I suddenly the one at fault? Their coming to the palace made my life miserable. I am the victim here, not them. The others may think you're capable of goodness, but I severely doubt it. I do not wish to work with you, so do not come to me for help. Excuse me. That's fine. I love a challenge. He turns around and begins to walk away, leaving me to stand alone in the room, even angrier than I was before. How dare he treat me like this? I grabbed his arm and pulled him around so that he is facing me. I refuse to let him belittle me like this, especially when I am making a conscious effort to change. What if I can help you break your curse? Will you help me again? Blech, will you help me then? Rod faces me with an icy stare as he pulls away. I don't intend to break my curse. What? Rod shoots me one last glare before he leaves the margin, leaving me to stand there confused. If he does not intend to break his curse, then why is he even here? I stare in horror at the floor. Gravel and sand are embedded between the floorboards. The wood beneath my feet is covered in a thick muck. Ah! Mr. Brew! Come here! Oh no! Stop! I never thought I'd see this. The princess is actually sweeping. I say it's more like the broom is sweeping and the princess is just along for the ride. Lady Parfait, your orders have arrived. Where should I put them? At the back, please, thank you. I glare at Garland as he begins to move. You! You are dirtying the floor! Sorry. He booked it! Garland dashes across the floor with long steps in an attempt to leave as few footprints as possible. This was Dolores doing, wasn't it? Is it obvious? This has witch having fun written all over it. I need water. Wow, completely spotless. You are the worst. Oh, Mr. Broom. Don't be mad at the broom, princess. It is only trying to help. It is doing nothing but making my life miserable. Lady Parfait, I must speak with you. I look up at the witch that has just entered. She is a regular at the margin, and according to Parfait and Delora, a good witch. She orders tea here from time to time. She has mud on her shoes. Why is she glaring at me like that? I believe it's because of your shoes, dear. I have just cleaned the floor. Oh, I'm sorry. I will clean up after myself right away. Good. Girl. The princess is something else. I've never seen a witch so frightened of someone before. Yeah. That's right, because we can hurt a bitch in a second. Period. The witch hurriedly cleans up the tracks she'd made coming in before going to speak with Parfait. Even though Parfait says that Delora and this witch is good, I do not trust her judgment. Especially not when she considers Delora, who ruined my life, a good person. I put the broom back in its resting place before double checking my work. Now that I am done, I can continue to work on breaking my curse. Whom should I ask for help today? Roddy, come here! I glance over at Rod as he enters the tavern. That was almost perfect timing. He told me that he does not intend to break his curse, yet here he is again. Rod must sense my eyes on him because the minute he walks in, he turns to look at me. His expression is as cold and unmoving as always. He pointedly leaves the tavern area and enters the reception. I follow after him. I told you to find someone else. What can I do to make you stop hating me? What? You said that whatever I had done to you and your family was bad. So if I reverse that, I might get a good deed. You truly don't understand how goodness works, do you? I would not be asking you if I did. Rod closes his eyes and rubs the back of his neck. He looks thoughtful but also irritated. I intend to break my curse as soon as possible, and I will do whatever it takes. And it seems to me that the easiest way to achieve a good deed is to fix the supposedly bad things I have already done. So are you going to help me or not? Tell Lady Parfait I will see her another time. Okay, bye. He leaves the room without answering my question. I ball my hands in a fist. And he calls me the cruel one? A month has passed and I have yet to complete even one good deed. Not for any lack of trying, though. I have been asking around for advice on how to be a good person and receive various answers. What makes someone good? I say being selfless. I think it's important that you consider another person's feelings. Patience. The ability to soothe even the most broken of hearts. Forget I asked. Bravery. Loyalty. You must be beautiful both on the inside and out. Right. Must I be all those things in order to be good? According to Parfait, I cannot just pretend. It has to come from my heart. I place my hand on my chest and consider the steady pulse of my heartbeat. That will not be easy. I close my eyes, thinking of all the possible ways I might be able to break my curse, but in the end, my mind is blank. Mother, what am I supposed to do? A dream? Oh, it's one of these. Your personal feelings are nothing but a weakness for others to exploit. That is why you do not show them. You only show them that you are strong. Yes, Mother. You must not let false kindness deceive you. People will use necessities to trick you into exploiting your weak emotions. But you can trust me, Marie. I will never hurt you. I will never lie to you. I'm all you need. I love you, Marie. I love you too, Mother. Oh my god. I don't know if I've said this before, I probably have, but I just feel like her mother is what caused her to be the way she is now. I think her mother is just negative. How are those lessons of yours going? I hope you're not giving anyone a difficult time. I'm the only one having a difficult time. Have you tried pairing up with someone? Pairing up? Some of the people in the tavern pair up to assist each other. 2 heads are better than 1, as they say. It's not a bad idea, but the problem is with her. Who's going to volunteer to pair up with the Ice Princess? Oh. She has a point. People may not glare at me anymore, but it does not escape me that I'm still disliked. Most of the boarders at the at the Martian volunteered to help her, remember? And I haven't heard any of them retract their offers. It's only a matter of time. Stop it, Delora. It's your choice, Princess. Pairing up is only a suggestion. Would pairing up with someone really help me break my curse? What if they end up being an annoyance instead? Princess? Excuse me, Princess? Oh. I'm sorry for disturbing you, but you've just been staring at your tray and the customer is waiting for his order. Of course. Delora has me helping Annis today. The merchant is unexpectedly busy and they cannot keep up with all the customers. Stop daydreaming, Marie. Food doesn't deliver itself. I do not need you to tell me that. Bye. Delora she's okay, but she gets on my nerves sometimes. I stretch out on my bed. The stiff mattress does little to soothe my aching muscles. I was on my feet the entire day, struggling to keep up with the steady stream of people that came into the march-in. I've never seen the march-in this busy. I roll onto my stomach and bury my face into my pillow. My arms and leg protest the movement. I refuse to live this type of life much longer. I need to break this curse as soon as possible. Why don't you pair up with someone? Pairing up might not be such a bad idea. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay, so this is Karma. That's Fritz, Waltz. Why does he look different there? Rumpel and Rod. And we're gonna go with Rod. Chapter 3, A Change of Pace. Woo! I will ask Rod if he will pair it with me. I know we do not have a good relationship, but Rod has spared no effort in telling me how cruel I've been to his family. But I feel that rectifying whatever mistakes I've made with them might be an easy way to get through good deeds. Oh, this is going to be very interesting. But Marie, didn't he tell you that he didn't want to break his curse? Yes, but that may not be the whole truth. He is so reluctant to break his curse despite all the advice I've offered him. Perhaps he will be able to encourage him where I could not. I do not care if he does not want to break his curse. I only need him to help me remedy the supposedly bad things I've done to his family. I believe that would be the easiest way to break my curse. But the problem is that I rarely see him here. He's usually at the palace. In order for this arrangement to work, I will need to be in the palace. I, for one, think it's a terrible idea. What if? Delora's voice trails off. She averts her gaze to the floor, her expression a mixture of anxiety and solemn consideration. What? What if what? Is there something I should know? Both the witch and the fairy just stare at me silently. After a few moments, Parfait speaks. You would be far away from us, Princess. We would not be able to assist you. Witches could be lying in wait for you, knowing that you're the true crown princess of Angielle. They might seek to use you for their own purposes. What sort of purposes? Why would the witches be after me in the first place? Many of them have been corrupted by the Tenebara. Darkness has invaded their hearts, making them bitter. Many of them simply want to see the fairytale curses continue on undisturbed. This is all just speculation, but it's better to be safe than sorry. What would you have me do? Delora? I have an idea. I think I can get her into the palace and make sure there's someone there to look out for her. How? Just trust me. Tomorrow the Ice Princess returns to her palace. I have a bad feeling about this. Are you a maid? This cannot be happening. Oh, don't dilly-dally. The princess will soon be awake and expecting her new maid. Oh, we're Emmeline's maid? Oh. That makes sense, honestly. I closed my eyes and suppressed the urge to groan. How is it that Delora was able to turn me into Emmeline's personal maid? She thought this would be funny, did she? Well, I will make her pay for this. I expect you to not be late again. We have very strict rules on how the palace staff should behave. I'm not exactly sure how Delora managed this. She told me she was going to cast a spell on me and that it would be over as soon as I opened my eyes. I closed my eyes and sure enough, when I opened them, I found myself here in a maid uniform. What does she do? The maid continues to babble at me. How annoying. I pretend to listen to her as she leads me through the palace hallways. Emmeline and Rod's chambers are located here. Oh! We come to a hall when Emmeline suddenly appears from around the corner. Your Highness. The maid ducks into a neat courtesy. Emily's eyes meet mine. I tense as I wait for any signs of recognition from her, but she only gives me a curious look, as if wondering who I am. She clearly does not recognize me. The maid suddenly reaches back and pulls at my shoulder, forcing me into a bow. You are in front of the Crown Princess of Angielle. Show some respect, girl. Get your filthy hands off me. My apologies, Your Highness. She is new and clearly needs to be taught some manners. Excuse me? Oh, please, there's no need for that. What is she trying to achieve by pretending to be kind to a palace maid? Who is she trying to fool? Oh, Marie, you're so blind. Your Highness, this is your new personal maid. Emmeline glances at the maid looking confused. Why do I need a personal maid? It is by the king's orders, Princess. Emmeline turns to look at me again. What is your name? She is talking to you, girl. I scowl at the maid before facing Emmeline. I cannot believe I have fallen so low that I am now being ordered around by a maid. Marie. It's nice to meet you, Marie. I hope we can get along. When I do not respond, Emmeline's face falls. I was just heading to breakfast with my family. Of course, Marie will escort you to the dining hall. I raise my eyebrows at the maid, irritated. There's no need for concern. I can get there on my own. I breathe a sigh of relief. I am not here to babysit her. The maid leans forward and whispers something in my ear. I don't know how it is that you landed this position, but you owe the royal family your diligence and respect. If you continue to show disrespect, I will be having a word with the king. The maid pushes me forward so that I am forced to stand next to Emmeline. She will escort you to the dining hall, Your Highness. Her job requires that she follow you everywhere in case you require assistance with anything. But it is almost time for breakfast, Princess Emmeline. Emmeline frowns and looks at me. I'm so sorry. What is she apologizing for? Good morning. Good morning. It seems that you have met your personal maid. The king's eyes widen as soon as he spots me. You look familiar. Does he recognize me? I felt a little tremble in my heart as I consider that hope. Are you not the girl who came to the gates before? I deflate with a soundless sigh. He remembers me as the peasant. This is the first time I am meeting you as Emmeline's personal maid. What is your name? Marie. That is a lovely name. We are glad to have you here, Marie. The king gives me a warm smile. The softness of his gaze makes me angry. He never treated me so kindly when he remembered me as his own daughter. Emmeline takes her seat while I walk to stand at the walls beside the other maids and butlers. The door opens and Rod walks inside. He greets the king, Ophelia, and then his sister. He is just about to take his seat when his eyes suddenly fall on me. The shock is apparent on his face. Rod, is something wrong? I see there is a new maid on staff. His tone is almost accusatory. I bristle at his words and am about to say something when Ophelia speaks. She is Emmeline's new personal maid, Marie. Rod stares at me for a few moments, his expression unreadable. Eventually he moves to take a seat. I stand silent and watch the royal family eat their breakfast. The small area is filled with happy conversation. The four of them smile at each other when they speak, but it is easy to see how comfortable they all are with one another. When I was still here, our meals were always so quiet, but everyone looks so happy now. I bite my lip to will the heavy feeling away. Rod told me that before, but I did not want to believe him. I turned back to the conversation at hand. We have something very important to discuss with you, Emmeline. Uh-oh? I have brought this up before, but now the matter is more pressing. Is this about... Yes, this is about the ball. Ophelia gives the king a disapproving look. Dear, I know it seems like a strange proposition, but this is royal tradition. Emmeline is at a suitable marrying age, and this ball may yet help her find a suitor. But a husband? Emmeline's cheeks are tinted pink. A royal ball for Emmeline? For her to find a husband? I never would have agreed to such a thing. The king never forced me into one because he knew that. I will not force you to marry someone you do not love, Emmeline. We agreed on this ball to uphold tradition. All eligible bachelors will be invited in 4 months' time, and you will choose the man you want to court you. I did find my true love through a ball after all. He glances at Ophelia, who responds with a fond smile. Her expressions fall back into something more worried when she looks at her daughter. But what if I can't choose anyone? We will throw one ball as per tradition. We will not force you into another ball if you do not find a good suitor, but we must uphold traditions at least once. Perhaps this will push you to think more about the future. I will not put any added pressure on you, Emmeline, but I would be happy to see grandchildren before I have to give up my throne. I am not getting any younger, you know. Ooh, but father! I can tell that the king is trying to make light of the situation, but there is an undertone of seriousness. Emmeline eventually sighs, then slowly nods. I understand. My gaze shifts to Rod to search for a reaction, but his expression is impassive. No reaction at all. Did he know this was going to happen? But can I really be the princess the kingdom of Angielle deserves? I feel so unprepared. You are the crown princess of Angielle. You must be confident. Emmeline looks down, looking genuinely distressed. I'm finished. May I be excused? But sweetheart, you barely touched your food. You may. Emily stands up and ducks into a quick courtesy before rushing from the room. I do not move until I feel Rod's glare on me. I realize that I am meant to follow Emmeline. Excuse me. I courtesy and follow after Emmeline. I barely make it a few steps away before the dining hall. I barely make it a few steps away from the dining hall before the door flies open and Rod is rushing after me. What are you doing here? We're gonna answer him. I'm here to break my curse. You expect me to believe that when you had people offering you to help... You expect me to believe that when you had people offering to help at the march-in? Rod's expression changes, anger clear in his eyes. No, I know why you are really here. What are you talking about? You thought you might take back what is rightfully yours, didn't you? You've no qualms about hurting my family again. I stare at him, nonplussed by his accusations. I carefully quell the simmering anger inside me. Why did he think we're gonna do this, bro? The last thing I want is to be fired before I break my curse. I am not here to hurt anyone, so stop accusing me of such things. We glare at each other in silence. I had always thought that Rod was closed off and quiet, but his emotions are always blazing in his eyes. You shouldn't be here. Rod steps back, but his gaze is still fierce. I do not have time for this. I'm going to find Emmeline. Why? So you can insult her? No, because it is now my job to attend to her. Excuse me. Bye, Rod. You're a piece of trash. The last place I expect to find Emmeline is in the throne room. Much to my surprise, I find her standing alone inside, staring up at the throne. Oh! When she turns to face me, she has a guilty expression on her face. I'm sorry. What is she apologizing for? I was very rude earlier, walking out on everyone at breakfast. Emmeline gazes back at the throne and sighs. I'm sure any other girl would be happy to have a ball. I mean, it's like something out of a fairy tale. Oh my god. My cat scratched me good. Oh my god. Sorry. She sighs once again and looks down at her clasped hands. It all sounds so perfect in the fairy tales. 3 days is all it takes before everyone's found their true love. But I don't think that's how it works in real life, do you? I have nothing to say in response with Emily turned her besieging gaze to me. I don't know how I'm supposed to marry someone I barely even know. Is that really what it means to be the crown princess? Isn't this precisely what you wanted? Excuse me? When your mother married the king, you became a princess. You went from rags to riches overnight. I cannot keep the bitterness from my voice when I speak. Your life is playing out like Cinderella's, is it not? All you are missing are the glass slippers, and even then I am sure the king could arrange for a pair. I cannot understand why you are so unhappy. Neither can I. Oh, she's crying! Oh. Emily turns away from me to face the throne once more, and in the sun that streams through the windows, I can see something shining on her cheeks. Is she crying? I am so ungrateful. Marie, what would you do? What? If you were in my place, if you became crown princess overnight, would you go through with the ball? For the sake of Angielle's tradition, for the sake of your role? I would never do anything so worthless. The king never brought up the subject with me. He most likely knew I would have refused. Emily suddenly pats her cheeks and turns to me, a wary smile on her face. I could do with some fresh air. Shall we go to my friend's shop in town? Oh, Lord. We have only just exited the throne room when Emmeline stopped short and I almost bumped into her back. Oh. Oh, God. Your Highness, what a pleasant... Sir Mithros abruptly stops to stare at me. Why is Sir Mithros looking at me so intently? Is something the matter, Sir Mithros? No, nothing at all, Your Highness. I'm just amused. Amused? Oh, you haven't met my new mate. This is Marie. Marie. There is something in Sir Mithros' gaze that I do not trust. The silence is stifling, so I courtesy at him, sir. Charming. What is this man? Oh my god, it's been so long. I feel like we've encountered this person before. Sir Mithros turns his attention back to Emmeline. Where are you off to on this pleasant day? Oh, just off to visit a friend. Make sure you bring your guards with you, princess. Of course. I wonder what's taking him so long. Emmeline decided to invite Rod, really, to join us on her visit. One of the guards offered to get Rod for her, but he still has yet to return. Another stands with us by the gates ready to escort us into town. Why does the king even keep these incompetent fools if they cannot find a single person? Maybe we should go look for Rod. But then, what if he gets here as soon as we go searching for him? I sigh. I will go look for him. You can stay here. But you don't need to run errands for me. She has yet to ask me to do anything. What does she think a maid even does? I look at her solemnly, not answering her. Finally, she relents. Thank you, Marie. I incline my head just slightly before walking off. I feel like a babysitter. I cannot believe I have to search for Rod. This is only slightly better than being dragged around by that broom. I turn around the corner and nearly bump into someone. I take a few steps back just in time. Princess? Oh. Sorry if y'all can hear my mom. It's Fritz? He remembers us? Oh my god. Sorry, y'all. I look up in shock. Fritz's surprise mirrors my own. Where have you been? I've been looking for you everywhere. He pauses to stare at my clothing. Why are you wearing a maid's uniform? Fritz, you remember who I am? I would never forget you, Princess Marie. But it does seem like I'm the only one who remembers you. What is going on, Princess? We were cursed! The only people who remember me are the witches, fairies, and Fritz, are you? I stop when I hear the sound of approaching footsteps. Oh, it's okay. Fritz turns at the sound and stoops low into a formal bow when he sees Rod. Your Highness. Rod's impassive face twists with annoyance when he sees me. Rod does not even acknowledge Fritz as he walks past him to stand in front of me. Shouldn't you be attending to my sister? I don't understand. Prince Rod, do you know why the princess is dressed like this? Rod is clearly just as surprised as I am that Fritz remembers me. You recognize her? You remember the princess too? But if you knew, why didn't you say anything when she first went missing? And can someone explain to me why she's attending to Princess Emmeline? This is Fritz. I cut him off before he can ask any more questions. I feel Rod's gaze on my back as I turn to look at Fritz. No more questions. But Princess, right now I'm a palace maid. A what? It is a long story and I have no time to explain now, so do not ask. Fritz is clearly discontent. He seems to struggle for a few moments before he finally sighs and nods. Yes, Your Highness. Though it is nice to hear someone here speak my title, it would not do if Fritz calls me that on accident. It is just Marie for now. But I turn to face Rod. Emmeline is waiting. What? The guard could not even deliver her message? Where are you going? Emmeline wants us to visit her friend's shop in town, and she wants you to go with us, Rod. Town? Ordinarily, I would not mind Fritz joining us, but right now he might just be unnecessary company. He may very well give me away. Rod barely wants to speak with me when it's just the two of us. I doubt Fritz will make him more sociable. I'm assuming that accompanying you is not an option at this point. Yes. Fritz looks down for a moment before looking at Rod. I am sorry to ask this of you, Your Highness, but she refuses me to let me do so. Please look after Princess Marie in my place. Ridiculous. I do not need to be coddled. Even if I did, Rod couldn't care less if I'm hurt. I would do my best, Sir Fitzgerald. I cannot tell if he's being genuine or not. Fritz bows to the both of us. Stay safe, Prince Marie. And you, Your Highness. Rod turns and begins to walk away without another word. Come on. Rod is silent as we make our way back to the palace gates. I am still wondering about what he said to Fritz earlier. Why would Rod agree to Fritz's request? Because he just wanted him to leave? I stare at Rod's back as he walks in front of me. Sometimes I cannot figure out what he is thinking. Rod, Marie. Emmeline beams when she catches sight of us. Are you ready? Rod crosses his arms. He does not look very happy with his sister. Even though Rod is younger, I cannot help but think that he often sounds like the older of the two. I am busy, Emmeline. I cannot keep dropping everything whenever you want me to leave the palace. I'm sorry, but I just really needed some fresh air today. You can get plenty of fresh air on the palace grounds. I feel like I need to be off the palace grounds. Emmeline's faces drop as she looks down at the ground. Rod lets out an exasperated sigh before stepping inside the carriage. Come on. Rod? Just for an hour, okay? Thank you. I soon come to realize that it is easier to walk around town now that everyone has forgotten who I am. The atmosphere around town feels brighter. All the spiteful stares are gone. Princess Emmeline! Oh, how are you doing? Is your wife feeling better? Emmeline has responded to most of the people who know her. She seems to know a good majority of the people in town. I hang back as Emmeline speaks with the man. The night escort hovers somewhere nearby watching for disturbances. We are going to take longer than an hour if she continues like this. I'm not going to rush her. Don't you need to return to the palace to continue whatever work it is that you are doing? Rod raises an eyebrow at me. I do have to get back to my studies, but my family always comes first. If this makes Emmeline happy, then I will gladly come with her to town. It's a small thing. Happy. I look more closely at Emmeline. She is smiling, but then she always smiles. I do not understand. She's more at ease talking to the townspeople sometimes because they don't judge her. Why would she have to worry about being judged? It is clear that everyone adores her. Emmeline takes the man's hands in hers, and as she wishes him well, Rod points out the gesture. See that? That's goodness. You could learn something from my sister, Marie. Is goodness pretending to be interested in the lives of strangers? No, it is not, you idiot. God. Emmeline eventually says her goodbyes before walking toward a familiar store. This is the toy shop I visited with Emily and Rod before. I glance at Rod and notice the expression on his face. He seems conflicted, but why? But before I can ask, Rod marches in front of me and decisively pushes open the door. When I enter, Emmeline is already hugging the shop girl, 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐬𝐿. Emmeline, you look as beautiful as ever. Oh please, I look the same. You, on the other hand. Emmeline steps back before nodding, a bright smile on her face. Being in love suits you. When is the wedding? Wedding? She is already engaged? I catch a small movement out of the corner of my eye and turn to glance at Rod. I notice his fingers clench into a fist before he quickly hides his hand behind his back. Though his expression is as impassive as always, I notice a tenseness in his shoulders. Ooh. Desimon and I haven't set a date, but it should be soon, would you? 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐬𝐿 trails off when she notices the rest of us. Hello, Rod. 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐬𝐿. His tone is surprisingly static. Last time he was here, I was sure he sounded friendlier. So what can I help you with, Emmeline? Looking for another doll? Another doll? But Emmeline isn't interested in dolls. Oh no, I'm just here to see you. I can't stay for long since Rod has things to do. Emmeline, I'll wait for you outside. Oh, okay. I know it is my job to follow Emmeline around, but I'm not at all interested in hearing her talk to this girl. Does she even want me here? Ooh. Probably not. My time might be better spent trying to prove Rod's opinion of me. If I can get him to tell me precisely what I've done wrong, I can make up for it. I hope that would give me a good deed. I courtesy to the two girls. Excuse me, Your Highness, I shall wait outside with Rod. I cough to clear my throat. With the prince. Okay, I won't be long. I move to stand next to Rod, who is leaning against the wall. Oh. Sorry, y'all. Rod sighs in annoyance. Why do you keep on following me? Tell me how to rectify whatever wrong I've done to your family. This again? I cannot help but scowl at Rod's answer. You spout all this nonsense about goodness but refuse to help me. How was that good? You haven't given me any reason to help you. What? If you are not serious about genuinely learning how to be good, then I'm not interested in helping you. Maybe I can catch him off guard by bringing up his response in the toy shop just now. Fine, then I will make normal conversation. Who is 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐬𝐿 to you? Has she done something to hurt your family too? 𝐕𝐢𝐬𝐬𝐿 is a childhood friend. She is not like you at all. Oh, then why were you acting so cold to her? You obviously did not want to be inside the shop. Rod looks away from me and absently kicks a pebble on the ground. That is none of your business. I sigh, disappointed with Rod's reaction. Rod turns away from me as Emmeline exits the shop. Ready to go? Emmeline nods with a small smile. The two of us begin to make our way to the palace again. By the time we return to the palace, evening has fallen. I hope we're not too late for dinner. The minute the carriage doors open, we are greeted by two familiar faces. 𝐸𝐸𝐿𝐶𝐿 and Sir Mithros stand before us. Princess Emily, Prince Rod, I was on my way to look for you when Sir Mithros informed me of your whereabouts. He glares at the knight escort and then the knight shrink back. What? Sir 𝐸𝐿𝐶𝐿 turns sharply to me afterwards, his eyes narrowed. Why is he looking at me like that? It was getting late and the queen was worried. I'm so sorry. Princess Emily, Prince Rod, it is almost time for dinner. Please let me escort you inside. Sir Mithras gestures for them to follow him. I'm about to follow after them when Sir Alcazar suddenly moves to block my path. His eyes are cold, his mouth open. He opens his mouth to say something but closes it and shakes his head. You are dismissed, girl. You may go back to your quarters, but that is an order. His gaze is piercing. Even when I was the princess, I was not able to stand up to that gaze. Yes, sir. That is weird. Oh my god. After dinner, I make my way back to the room assigned to me. As I walk down the hall, I noticed Rod heading in my direction. Rod? He suddenly grabs my arm and pulls me away down the hall. What the hell? Where are you taking me? Rod does not answer and just continues moving until we reach an unfamiliar door. What is going on? Rod cuts me off by placing a finger on my lips, and he looks around warily before finally pulling me in through the door with him. This place. I have heard of this place before, but I've never seen it. Is this a secret passage that leads into town? Rod does not answer me. He simply keeps walking. I see no other option but to trail after him. How is it that you know this place? He still refuses to answer. Are you deaf? Rod suddenly stops and I bump into his back. I stumble back with a scowl. You asked too many questions because you refuse to answer any of them. I glare back at him until Rod makes an aspirated sound. Lady Parfait is the one who told me about this passage. It makes sneaking out of the palace easier. Parfait. She did not give me any explanation as to how she knew of this place. There are only meant to be 2 copies of the keys. The king has one and Sir Alcazar has the other. Then why do you have a key? Don't tell me you stole it from the king. I am not a thief. Lady Parfait also has a copy. She saw fit to provide me with a key for my own use. What? How does Parfait have a key to this place? You'll have to ask her that yourself. Once we step into town, I realize where it is that we are headed. We are going back to the March Inn. Delora is the first person we see as soon as we enter the March Inn. Whoa, look what the cat dragged in. Delora, you... Rod's glare silences me. He steps forward and points back at me, gaze icy. She is not staying at the palace. What? Delora raises an eyebrow. Why is that? She works there now. I do not know what game you are playing, but I will not be a part of it. Excuse me, this is not a game. I do not want you meddling in my life as you meddle with hers. Ooh. The room's temperature drops several degrees. Delora stares at Rod, her expression suddenly lacking any emotion. With all due respect, Your Highness, I do not want to meddle with your wallowing. But just because you do not wish to break your curse doesn't mean that others shouldn't want to either. You should be humble that our princess here thought you would be able to help her. Rod raises an eyebrow. Where is Lady Parfait? Of course you want to talk to Parfait because she put things nicely. Fine, I'll fetch her for you. Delora courtesies as she sweeps out of the room. Hi, Rod. Rod sighs. He clearly looks irritated, but he doesn't put a voice to his agitation. Now that we're alone in the empty room, the silence is deafening. And so I ask him the question that has bothered me since we came here. Why do you want me out of the palace? The further away you are from my family, the better. I glare at him. Your reaction is completely unwarranted. I am trying to make up for what I've done in the past. Only because you were being forced to. Why should that make any difference? Besides, I am still willing to help you break your curse, even though it appears you do not want to. I do not realize the anger inside of me at first, and then I notice that my hands are fists and that I am shaking. You are angry at me for treating your family with unkindness, and yet you do not treat me with any respect or kindness either. Excuse me? I realize that this is the anger as I have felt in a long time, and it makes words fall out of my mouth. You are guilty of the same disrespect you hold me accountable for. We are both being cruel to family, aren't we? Rod's eyes are ablaze as he stalks toward me. He stops right in front of me, his mouth pressed into a firm line. As you are so fond of telling Emily, we do not share any blood. The only thing pulling us together is the king, and you do not share his morals. Remember this for me, you will never be part of my family. And I will never see you as a sister. Well, that's gonna be true, because y'all are gonna get together. Rod storms out of the reception area just as Delora enters. Sorry, looks like Parfait wasn't in. She pauses and gives me a wary smile. Seems like this partnership is going well. I throw my hands up in anger. He is infuriating. Not as helpful as you thought? I was surprised you were going to ask for his help in the first place. All I've been doing today is following around Emily, and he still finds reasons to snap at me. In his eyes, I can do nothing right, even though I am making an honest effort to break my curse. Delora eyes me as she slides down into a chair. Has he told you anything about his curse? Nothing useful. Delora sighs. Boys can be so secretive about the silliest things. Rod has been aware of how to break his curse from the very beginning. Then why hasn't he broken it? I have no idea. I think the only other person who knows the full terms and conditions of Rod's curse is Parfait. Parfait has known Rod for a while. She convinced him to keep coming to the marching even after he gave up on breaking his curse. Parfait also thinks that working with you will convince Rod to try finding another way to break his curse. Another way? Don't ask me. I don't know much about his curse either. But if you keep trying, you might convince Rod to talk. I doubt that very much. It seems like that all I'm doing is convincing Rod that I do not deserve to break my own curse. Delora looks at me curiously for a few moments, then she grins. I have an idea. If it is another terrible idea. Oh no, this one's much better. I'll just stick around with you, you know, watch out for you. What? Delora, watch out for me? Oh Lord. Oh no, not the doll form. I'm surprised when Delora suddenly stands before me in her doll form. There's no way you and Rod are going to sort yourselves out without some kind of help, so I'll be tagging along. It's much easier when I'm travel size, Why do I feel like she'll only make things worse? Come on then. Delora somehow manages to jump into the front pocket of my apron, which is thankfully large enough to fit her doll body. Let's go find us a prince and get ourselves back to the palace. Period. Chapter 4, One Step Forward. And this is where I'm going to leave today's episode, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am really excited to be back playing Cinderella Phenomenon. I really like this game. And I will be honest, I will be posting this more. So yeah, everyone, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of it. But yeah, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!